Good day today. Guys came out with a great spirit to work and go to work and play. Made some good adjustments and some things. We're still adapting to get our personnel doing the things that they need to be doing. I think we really made some great improvements in that over the weekend, just kind of seeing what those, getting guys around the ball and things like that. I liked how the defense responded today. They dominated the team session today. I told the offense had a great practice up until that time. We turned the ball over 3 times, so we can't do that. Did a lot of red zone, landmarks, inside the 10 work, and did some good things. And boy, I'll tell you, our field goal kicker was really impressed with Zane. He was 100% again today, so I think those were all from, I think, 30, 45, 47 yards, so he's doing good. Questions?
I saw you with Robert Nelson, free safety today, and Marcus. Is there any update with that?
Yeah, Marcus is going to be out for, it's going to be probably 3 to 5 weeks, something like that. Nothing that just time, to get over that. Not any surgery required or anything like that. And obviously he was starting a free safety, and we feel like that Robert, Lloyd, and Darby and Oshahan are our 4 best guys, so we're just going to see if he can do a little bit of that. But Robert, if not today, I thought he had one of the better scrimmage, would have been the starting field corner. So we're just taking a look to see if we got confidence in Liu that he can do it. We just got to make sure that we get our best guys on the field, and I like getting the most speed on the field. So we're just kind of taking a look at that. And I think he liked it, and I think he can do it. So we'll see where we're at. And then Demarius is probably 10 days from full speed. And a few days from being able to go non-contact stuff, so we're making progress there.
Carrington, he obviously worked at safety a little bit in the spring. Is that something that you might consider?
Yeah, I just didn't. I just think he's a corner, and so Robert's a guy that a little more experienced and versatile, and really, Marcus Ball, if he was in there, would be our free safety right now, but he's hurt, so we're having to kind of make some adjustments. And we don't need to, one of the things I don't like, it's kind of like the offensive line, the secondary is. I don't like having different guys in there all the time, so I'm trying to use the same 4 guys that are used to each other, and then obviously Liu really has a grip on it. But and then we got some young guys we're really high on. James Johnson, Jamie, and those guys we're high on. We're just, they're not ready yet. And as the season progresses, we'll see where they're at. But that's kind of what we're doing right now.
You have Mendoza back to Spro during the first team parade. Is that just with Anthony limited, or are you looking at there again?
Yeah, Anthony had a green shirt on, so he was limited, and then we put him in there. And then obviously, if you're watching today, we use Chris Young as well, and so we'll move guys around as needed.
You talk
Those
about
guys are, Will and the Spur are kind of, you play either one.
Talk about Demore Nelson. He's just an intimidating figure when you see the size of a guy like that.
I think one of the things that's very difficult that when you look at our team last year, and you come in, the running backs, the quarterback, and the tight end, that's pretty much what you had to deal with. Now we have Demore, who is a running back, tight end, fullback, imposing blocker, and then you got those wideouts out there. So we have a lot of weapons, but he's a guy that really is an X factor because he can do so many different things. So I've been very pleased with him, but he's what I thought he was. He's a heck of a player.
How's Chance Cox look? I mean, he was such a force when he was in high school. How's he look so far?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's had to make the adjustment. He's playing in there behind Carl right now, and he's just learned. It's a different deal. Obviously, this is everybody's bigger, faster, and stronger, and he's working hard, doing everything he can, and a guy that he's progressing. But obviously, it's a process.
You talked about the perimeter blocking in the offense and where you guys have made some big improvements there.
Yeah, I think the key is the size. When you look at Demore out there on the perimeter, you look at E.J. Jefferson, a guy that prides himself in blocking. Joe Morris is going to be a big-time blocker on the edge. You got Jalen out there. The main thing is no penalties. Even though we had no penalties thrown on Saturday, there were 5 holding penalties. And we went back and looked at that I thought should have been called. So we're trying to coach that up. Salka had one. I think Jalen had one. We had one on the perimeter, I think, with Darwin. So we just got to be smart about that. But we did with Darwin and Demore and obviously Chris Coyle. the big wide receivers are really helping the perimeter running game. It makes it very difficult, to smaller DBs.
You mentioned the field goal situation being pretty solid right now. What about the punting? What are your assessment?
I think Matt Hawk really stepped up. He had great operation time and boom, 2 big punts. So he's probably with the ones right now. We've still got the Czar and him are competing for that job because Czar's had a great camp as well. But he did come out there with a lot more confidence in the punting game and got a lot of confidence in our extra point field goal game. And then Alex is doing outstanding on kickoff. So felt good coming out of the scrimmage about our kickers and snappers and holders and all that.
If it's 3 to 5 weeks on ball, would you still look to get him in to play this season? Will he be back soon enough that you'd still
Who are you
look
talking about?
ball?
Oh yeah. He's I just think he's a guy who can help us win, a championship this year, and he's too talented not to be on the field. So he was doing well, and if he wouldn't have got hurt, he was running with the ones, and we had felt like he had a good chance to be the guy. So we'll see. I mean, obviously it depends on everybody's different, how they heal and all that, and it's something that's just going to take a little bit of time. We'll see how that goes, but no, I anticipate him playing.
And Chance,